Yo, what's up guys? I'm at AirAsia. This is the HQ called RedQ. They are the world's best low-cost carrier, as you know. Now, over the years, they have grown beyond just airline. They have things like AirAsia MOVE, they have teleport, they also have MRO business like the ADE, right? So today, I'm here to give you an insider tour about what's going on inside. Come on, follow me, let's go. Now, come, I want to show you this thing over here. You see this 1 ringgit over here? This is the 1 ringgit that started the AirAsia journey. So back in 2001, Tony Fernandez bought the troubled airline with just 1 ringgit, right? So you'll be thinking, wait, who on earth will sell an airline business with just 1 ringgit? So actually what happens is that he also inherited 40 million worth of debt. So it comes with 40 million and 1 ringgit lah, technically. Since then, AirAsia journey started, and over the years, today they have grown from 2 airplanes to 250 airplanes, and they fly to all the places that most of you have flown before. So this 1 ringgit over here symbolizes the rebirth, the reborn of the new AirAsia. And that kind of reminds me of what's going on with AirAsia today. So as all of you know, AirAsia is doing some corporate exercises where the airline business is all transferred to this new entity called AirAsia Group, whereas all the non-aviation business is parked under this new entity called CapitalA. I'm going to do a 3-part episodes to dive deeper about this particular corporate exercise and to help you to understand what's going on in the aviation business and the non-aviation as well. But to really appreciate that, I think we need to go right inside to see how the people work, and to show you the culture as well on how Tony Fernandez turned this giant low-cost carrier into the world's best airline. Alright, we are right inside RedQ right now, and as you can see, it's a very energetic vibe over here. You know, people wearing casual t-shirt, there's open desk concept. It really doesn't feel like those stuffy corporate office that we usually go to. This feels more like a startup. And if you look over here, they call their employees all-stars, and I guess that pretty much lies in the meritocracy that AirAsia practices. So, you know, people comes from all walks of life. You can be from kampong boy or kampong girl, and then you aspire to become that pilot one day. This is where you can make your dream come true. And if you work yourself hard enough, meritocracy, you'll be there one day. So as I mentioned earlier, AirAsia today is not just about airline business anymore. They have things like online travel, food, they have engineering, and they have logistic business like teleport right here, right? But somehow after walking around, I feel like just seeing all the AirAsia stuff, like people with red jacket and all. I'm still looking around to find all the relevant business to interview them a little bit. Maybe I can ask somebody to help me to show me the place. Hey, bro, do you mind if I ask you a question? Sure. Because I'm here to look around the RedQ, this is a fantastic office. But somehow I just keep on seeing AirAsia people, AirAsia stuff and all that. And I know AirAsia today is about different businesses. You have logistics, you have ADE and stuff like that. Where can I meet those people?
They're not here.
What do you mean they're not here?
This is the AirAsia office. You're looking for the CapitalA office. That's in KL.
In KL?
Yeah.
Like 60 km away?
Yes.
Oh, so with the restructuring, you also move office, CapitalA office is now in a different building?
Correct.
Okay. So apparently I went to the wrong office, but thank you so much for your time telling me all this information. I guess we have to move on to KL right now. Alright, thank you. Nice meeting you anyway.
No
Alright, see you. So here we are at the correct CapitalA office, which owns all those businesses we talk about. And you see the desk behind me? That's basically where Tony Fernandez works at this office. Okay, what is this restructuring all about? Remember how earlier I said the airline business is getting a reboot? Here's exactly what happened. During the COVID-19 pandemic, all the planes were grounded. There's literally zero revenue during this period of time while expenses continue piling up. They had to finance these expenses directly from their own pocket. In the end, the group piled up so much debt that they fell into PN17, the fancy term from Bursa Malaysia saying they are a financially distressed company. To exit PN17, CapitalA needed to get rid of the huge debt and negative equity. To do this, they came up with a very smart plan. CapitalA Berhad has transferred all its airlines operation into a separate company, AirAsia X, as the new container purely for the airline. You have AirAsia Malaysia, AirAsia X, and the regional affiliates in Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, etc. In return for handling all those airlines, CapitalA gets 18% stake in AirAsia X, basically stock instead of cash. But and this is key, AirAsia Group will also take on 3.8 billion ringgit of the airline-related debt that used to sit on CapitalA's books. Essentially, they move a huge chunk of debt off CapitalA and into the new airline holding company. By carving out the airline, which had massive debts and losses from COVID, and removing those liabilities, CapitalA can wipe the slate clean. And since the airline is out of the picture, what's left are really the secret weapons businesses that will help the group spread its wings in a different way. What we are touring here are exactly these core businesses within CapitalA. We'll be here looking at Teleport, AirAsia MOVE, and all other businesses that they have. Think of them as the babies CapitalA will nurture going forward. I would say it's quite a transformation for them. In just over 2 decades, they went from an airline with 2 leased planes, which is what AirAsia started with, to a multinational aviation group, and now evolving into a tech-driven conglomerate. And you saw it. At RedQ, we felt the aviation buzz. And here at Wisma CapitalA, you feel the digital hustle. Both halves are equally important. The hope is that the 2 focused entities will perform better than one mixed bag. Investors can value the airline business separately and the value of the digital side of the business separately. Tony and his team are basically unbundling the empire to unlock value. You know what? Rather than just telling you what to do, I figured let's meet the people who actually run these businesses. I'll ask them a few rapid-fire questions to help us understand how they roll. Let's go. This is Teleport, Asia number 9 largest air logistic provider. How did they grow until so big in such a short period of time? Let's go and find somebody to ask the burning question. Hey, that's the CEO of Teleport. Come, let's have a chat with him. Pete, hi.
Hi,
Right.
What are you doing here?
I'm good. I'm here to see you,
Okay.
the Teleport
Great.
CEO.
Great.
Right now, I have a few questions for you. The first one,
Sure.
How does being part of the CapitalA ecosystem helps in Teleport business?
Well, I mean, the ecosystem's amazing. We've got planes.
Right.
We need planes to do our business. We've got basically fintech, we've got loyalty, we've got customers, we've got data. So we've got everything we really need to build a great business.
Right, but that also means that you only have 250 planes to operate with. No?
Yeah. Well, we can work with any other airline too. So that's the great part. You can have a network like AirAsia and then build on top of it with 55 other airlines. So that means we can really access the world with our network, but with AirAsia as a foundation.
Right, so you have partnerships with 55 airlines today.
That's right. That's right.
And how many cargoes in terms of tonnage you're doing every year?
So we're doing about 340,000, but what does that really mean in terms of tons? That means we're number 1 in Southeast Asia, we're number 9 in Asia, we're number 13th in the world. So we just got started 8 years in, got a long way to go.
Right, that is a lot of cargo.
It's a lot, it's a lot.
So in terms of financials, how much profit does that contribute to CapitalA?
Well, I mean, I think our hope is that we'll contribute not just profit, but shareholder value, right?
All right.
CapitalA helped incubate us as a business. And so we want to become a great business built through the foundation of the ecosystem. So with that, I don't have a specific target for profit contribution. Our hope is that we build a great business. And I think hopefully that rewards CapitalA.
All right, all the best.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, now I'm at the lobby of CapitalA's office, and as you can see behind me, that's actually the Santan Cafe. If you work here, if you feel hungry and all that, you can always come down and grab your food. Now, let's go and check it out, their menu, and see what they have. Whether it is the same as what they offer in flight. Okay, as you can see here, they have the very, very famous, legendary nasi lemak, some ready-to-eat food as well. And I heard from their staff that every staff, if you use your ID card, it is actually loaded with 10 ringgit every day for you to come and claim free food. That's quite nice as employment perks, right? Hey, Catherine, the CEO of Santan. Let's go and talk to her a bit. Hey, Catherine. Hi, Frankie. Yeah, from FAQ. So how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Okay,
very,
sure.
Very easy one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, right, because in the past Santan was
Yeah.
part of the AirAsia group, but today it is a standalone independent business, right? So as a standalone business, how do you plan to expand it to become a profitable business by itself?
Oh, but okay, of course, like Santan actually started Meals on Board, right? However, today we already like grown much more than just a Meals on Board. We are already like a broader food and beverage brand, which we already have our signature meals selling on ground, right? And besides that, we also have our retail products, our lifestyle offerings, partnership, corporate caterings on ground already. So
Okay.
it's actually already beyond the airline, and the business pillars are all profitable.
Right, beyond in-flight, but I don't quite see them on ground. So maybe you can tell me where can I find Santan products?
You can find our signature panasin nasi lemak on Zeus, Petronas, and then we are actually also in some of the hotels.
Right.
Yeah, for our coffee products.
Okay, so can I say your strategy is somewhat expanding the distribution of your ready-to-eat products to distribution channels?
Definitely.
Okay.
And moving forward, we are planning to get into retail again, as well as FMCG.
Right.
Yeah, for expansions of our products. Yeah.
I remember there was one restaurant in Mid Valley Mega Mall. Is that still around?
No, it's
Okay.
not anymore. We are changing the format,
Okay.
making a comeback soon, hopefully. But on top of it, the franchise model, we actually changed it to corporate catering.
Okay,
Yeah, after
right.
COVID, once
Right.
like when we detected there's consumer behavior changes, you know, then we switched it to corporate catering already. Yeah.
And do you plan to expand your in-flight offerings to other airlines?
Yes, of course.
Okay, stay tuned to that. I hope to see more menus on Santan.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, see you. Many of us buy our AirAsia tickets from the app, right? Today it's called AirAsia MOVE. And since we are here at CapitalA office, it doesn't make sense if we don't talk about AirAsia MOVE. So I'm going to go and look for Rama, the CFO of AirAsia MOVE, to ask him a few questions. Come on, let's go. Hi Rama,
hi.
Frankie,
Hi,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Right. You are the CFO of AirAsia MOVE, right?
Yeah, I am.
Alright, okay. So I have this one burning question that I would like to ask. In the past, we buy flight tickets through the app, and today it has transformed into AirAsia MOVE. What is the biggest travel pain point that AirAsia MOVE is trying to solve?
Okay, I think basically what we know, a lot of people, right? I mean, we know our traveler concerned about two parts. One is travel in terms of cost. So people do a lot of comparison between a lot of websites, which is cheap. So with MOVE, we give travel more for less. We got a good value product. And also within MOVE, what we are doing is travel are very fragmented, where people need to go to book their hotel, flight, their ride separately. With MOVE, we give you the end-to-end journey that no more fragmented. You come to MOVE, everything is sorted with the value for money product that we're giving to from door to door service to you.
Okay, I have the impression that because it is called AirAsia MOVE,
Yes.
so everything about AirAsia ecosystem will be in the app.
Yes.
But I notice you can also buy flight tickets of other airlines. What is the intention there?
I mean, it is like I said, right? We are giving a valuable product to our customer. Although we are AirAsia MOVE, we are like kind of selling AirAsia, but we want to give a choice to our customer, right? And like you know, AirAsia doesn't travel to every place. Even they travel the same journey, the same place, we want to give the valuable product to customer. So if they can get some cheaper in other airlines, and they can go to the other destination in different timing, they can come to AirAsia MOVE. Not only solely depend on AirAsia, right? So that's what we want to give to our customer.
So where does AirAsia MOVE position itself?
Say we are kind of more to the online travel app, but how we can be differentiated compared to other OTA, we are not transactional, right? We are like coming up more on like a social travel app where people can come and communicate with each other of the traveler, not only just purely become a transactional, but there where can they have sharing each other to share their story to others to benefit as well. That's where we are kind of, I would say, a social travel app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Now, since you're the CFO of the company, I can't help but to ask this question. How much does AirAsia MOVE contribute to CapitalA's profitability?
Upon CapitalA, we are one of the major contributor.
Okay.
In terms of contribution of profitability, I would say we are current about like almost about 30 to 30%, right?
That's quite big.
So to the CapitalA, and behind that, I think not only a direct, we also become an indirect where we become a platform to entire CapitalA, where we do work with Santan, we do work with other companies as well to sell their product in our platform.
Okay.
Like kind of a digital face for CapitalA.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, Rama. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You know what? One thing really cool about the office here is that you see the teams here, they have different islands. But what's special is within the island itself, every island is a different shape. So I suppose you get a very tacky, very innovative kind of feel right here, right? But I wonder what this office does right here. So maybe we should find someone to help us to figure out what is this office about. There's a lady there working quietly. Why not you just approach her? Hi. Do you mind if I interrupt you for a while?
Sure.
Hi, my name is Frankie. How do I address you?
My name is Suba.
Hey, Suba, and what do you do here?
I'm the COO of AirAsia Next.
CEO of AirAsia Next, lucky me. What is AirAsia Next?
Have you not heard about it?
No, I have not.
Okay, we are one of the newest businesses in the company, and we are actually a brand, loyalty, and an IP company powered by tech and AI.
Brand loyalty, and what does it do?
We own all the brands under the AirAsia ecosystem, like the AirAsia brand, Santan, Move, etc.
Okay, and how does AirAsia Next make money?
Okay, we actually earn licensing fee from all our brands, and
Okay.
also when we extend our brands and enter into new partnership, we also earn licensing fee when we license our brands out.
Okay, and when you license out, what kind of business do you license it to? Or is it just mainly your customer is just the airline itself?
Oh, we are looking to grow in a big way, so we're going to go outside the aviation vertical. So we might be in hotels, we might be in supplements, we might be in cruise. So you might have AirAsia Hotel in the future.
Right, and even an AirAsia cruise.
Yes.
Wow, okay, that's interesting. And what can we expect in the next, let's say, 2 to 3 years?
Expect announcements from us on all the new brand collaboration and partnership we'll enter in with different partners.
Do you see this vertical as the main revenue driver for CapitalA?
Yes, definitely.
Cool. Looking forward to that. Thank you
Yeah,
very much, Sabah.
welcome.
Thanks for your time. We have toured the office and connected the dots, so the next thing that is going to happen is that I'm going to have a sit-down session one-on-one with Tony Fernandez himself. We're going to talk about his vision for CapitalA's future, whether it is more spin-off or even a listing overseas. I want Tony to share with us how this restructuring plays out and what it means for investors and also to the customers. Anyway, I'll be asking him all these questions, so stay tuned to the next video to find out all this juicy content on FAQ Show. It's not every day that you get to see this kind of office tour video, so if you really like it, give me a thumbs up so that we can bring more of such office tours to you guys in my future video. See you in the next one with Tony Fernandez.